This video will take you step by step through the installation process of your SureShade PTX Power Hardtop Shade by Lippert. With the proper tools, you can install it in a couple of hours. First, a brief description of the parts you will be using to complete the installation. The outer crossbar, the inner crossbar, the actuators, front mounts, rear mounts, and swivel eye ends. Now, you will need to determine the optimal mounting location for the actuators, on top or bottom of the T-top. If you're mounting it on the bottom, make sure there is adequate headroom underneath the actuators and shade in the extended position. Determine the width between the actuators to maximize the amount of shade that your T-top can provide. Be sure that there are no obstructions, such as outriggers or GPS antennas, that would prevent parallel alignment of the actuators. Position the cast aluminum mounting brackets on the actuator at least 30 inches apart from each other. Verify that the forward crossbar will clear the rocket launcher's rod holders. Using a tape measure, determine the centerline width between the actuators on the hardtop. Ensure that the distance between the actuators, port to starboard, are the same for the mounting forward and aft mounting brackets. This will allow the system to function optimally without uneven tension on the extension tubes. Now, trial fit the actuators on the T-top at the desired shade width. Ideally, the actuators will be the same distance from the center line of the T-top. Mark the mounting bracket location with a pencil on the T-top. It is worth noting that locating the actuator end caps near an existing hole of the T-top or close to the electronic box will provide for cleaner and easier wire harness routing. Using the mounting brackets as a template, mark the holes to drill 2 holes per bracket, 8 total, using a 1/4-inch drill bit. Install the stainless steel mounting hardware, sold separately from your local marine store, to secure the mounting brackets to the T-top. Be careful not to leave threads exposed underneath the T-top that could injure boat occupants. Slide the actuators through the brackets on the port and starboard side. Do not tension the set screws until the system is fully installed. Route the wire harnesses through the T-top or alongside the tube frame of the T-top to the area of the boat you intend to obtain source power. Many boats have power blocks in the electronic box which have open terminals to capture source power. Locating the switch in or on the side of the electronics box can simplify the installation process of having to route the wires to a switch on the dash. Complete the electrical connections as indicated on page 19 of the installation manual. Next, trial fit the inner crossbar, adjusting the width for proper alignment to the actuator attachment points. Using the provided self-tapping screws, secure the crossbar to the appropriate width. Perform the same step for the outer crossbar. If the actuators are properly aligned or parallel to each other, the inner crossbar and the outer crossbar should be the same length. Place the inner crossbar through the large loop in the canvas. Proper orientation of the canvas is with the zipper down. Then attach the crossbar to the front end caps with the provided socket head cap screws. Place 3 camlock canvas tensioning fittings and the camlock retainer on the port and starboard extension tube. Insert the outer crossbar through the small canvas loop and attach to the extension tube swivel eye end using the slick pins provided. Now extend the shade to full extension using the switch. Carefully slide the tension straps through the 6 camlocks to tension the canvas. Trim any excess tensioning strap material. It is very important to not over-tension the straps. Shade performance will be compromised and damage may occur. Some important notes now that you have successfully installed the SureShade PTX. Always use the integrated boot while the shade is retracted and the boat is underway or being trailered. Do not operate the boat over 40 miles per hour with the shade in the extended state or when the sea conditions are particularly rough for extended periods. The actuators will occasionally backdrive, retract slightly, when the boat is underway depending upon the mounting position of the shade and the amount of air that the shade captures. Simply push the extend button to retention the shade to full extension. The PTX is equipped with an overcurrent protection switch. When an overcurrent event occurs, it will take up to 3 seconds for the system to reset. Repeatedly pushing the switch without sufficient reset delay will not allow the shade to operate. Now, enjoy your SureShade PTX Power Hardtop Shade by Lippert and cruise the open waters for years to come.